Talgolf traffic, Hotel Lima Victor, downwind 23 right hand.
Hello, I want to show you a couple of my landings at Talgarth, and these videos were taken in early October when we had a club expedition there, and this was my first time visiting the site, and it was interesting. And these landings which I was making onto the southwest approach, this one was taken at around about 25 minutes past 2 in the afternoon, and with the sun getting lower in the sky as winter approaches, these southwest runs, certainly in the afternoon, were interesting. Anyway, the first landing that I've made here, I made with about 2/3 air brake, coming in on the southwest, and you can see quite clearly as I'm coming in to round out these stones on the threshold. Now these were really good markers, they give you a good reference point to aim for, and you can see them. But I want you to pay close attention to my canopy. It isn't as clean as it could be, and that is going to be a factor in the next video I would like you to have a look at.
Talgolf traffic, Hotel Lima Victor, downwind for 23 right hand.
Okay, so I've been flying that day. You can see that there are a few clouds in the sky, but the weather's generally really good. It's also much later in the day. This is late afternoon. It's coming up for 4:20, and I'm on my circuit making my approach to the southwest run at Talgarth. Now, bearing in mind this is early October, late afternoon, and the sun is very low in the sky. If you don't have any cloud to obscure it, this is likely what you're going to find on a similar approach to any gliding site which has this particular orientation for their final approach. I want to point out at this moment that I can literally see nothing of the landing site, where I've got no reference point, and I'm continuing on with the approach because at this point I don't have any other option.
Cool, that's not easy.
Talgolf traffic, Bravo Tango is leaving the ridge.
It isn't until I'm just about to round out that I can see that there are lines marked around the runway which have been done by the guy cutting the grass earlier in the day, and it gave me a very clear reference point, but way too low. If I'd needed to make any adjustments, it would have been done on the fly, and it could have resulted in not a very good landing. But that's an example of how the sun can affect your approach. The correct thing to do in these circumstances would have been to have flown the westerly approach, and that way I would have perhaps had less sun in my eyes, but I would have also accepted a slight crosswind from the south. But that would have been a better option than taking an approach where I have absolutely no reference point. So I think that for me was one of the large learning points. Well, in the end, I did manage to land okay, but it was a little bit alarming to have an approach like that where I couldn't see much. So the main learning for me was really to make sure that you are prepared when you're flying at this time of year when the sun is likely to be low, and to make sure that your canopy is scrupulously clean. And also look at other landing options as well, and it's something that should be briefed. All pilots should be aware that if there is a southwest run but there is an alternative, especially when the sun's that low in the sky, to think about other options and perhaps take another option where you haven't got the sun directly in your eyes and your view isn't going to be obscured by canopy glare. Right, well, I hope you found that interesting, and there are some points there that you can take forward into your flying in the future.